All right, so right now what I want to do is I'm going to introduce my athlete to the barbell squat. This is after the progression of the air squat on the wall. I actually know that she does not need to do low box squats or high box squats, so she's all good, ready to rock and roll. Her mechanics are sound. I'm just going to coach her through because everybody needs to be coached. The first thing that I always do when I introduce this bar, it's a 45-pound bar that's going to be resting on our shoulders back, the back plane. So it's going to get some getting used to. I really want to make sure that this athlete is creating as much tension throughout the body, not only bracing diaphragmatically through the diaphragm itself, but from toe all the way up. There's no really room for air. Because this is a barbell squat, I want her to be able to come on back and her spotter to know every time that she's going to do the same motion. So I always have them do one step back, one step out. That way all my athletes in here, if I have a class or a group environment, they all know what the athlete that's going to come under the bar is going to be doing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce this bar to my athlete. This is a 45-pound Olympic bar. What I want to do is I want to keep it at the end of the J-cups and not all the way at the back. So at the very beginning, I'm going to introduce that there's a lot of different points of symmetricality. Okay, so these rings on it is a good point, and then the smooth sections are perforated. Now for longer people like myself, I tend to have a wider grip. It's because of the range of motion for the shoulders. I don't mind wherever your grip is as long as it's comfortable and it's symmetrical. So go ahead, athlete, come right underneath the middle of this bar. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to put it here. So let's just show where not to put it. We don't want to put it anywhere near this vertebrae. What we want to do is use these trap muscles, retract your shoulder blades. Okay, and once she retracted her shoulder blades, we want to put it right on top of those so that a lot of meat, a lot of cushion back there, okay? Now her hands are very good, nice and symmetrical, and her feet are up right underneath the bar. Okay, as you can see, right underneath the bar, it's perfect. So I'm going to use this as a three-point contact when she does stand up, okay? So go ahead and drive those heels up and just stand up for me. Good. And let's go one step back and one step out into your position. Good. So the feet are aligned right underneath the shoulders. This isn't always mandated. I like to kind of see, depending on the natural makeup of the athlete itself. Some people have longer limbs like myself and some have shorter. So I can kind of pick and choose and what is most comfortable with them. I always want the athlete's feet to be forward. So go ahead and make sure those toes are completely forward with those heels. Now I don't mind her shoes right now. Sometimes people come in with the shoes that are on the arch, so I don't mind these right now. These are pretty good. Okay. Actually, so let's go ahead and put your feet together and walk this all the way in for me. Good. And go ahead and kick those shoes off. Okay? Because I'd say 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times when I'm introducing the barbell squat, I'm always going to have their shoes come off. So I'm just going to do it right now. Okay, so come on underneath this bar. We're going to reset up. Good. It's nowhere near her vertebrae. Her shoulders are locked together. Her feet are underneath her. Good. And she's nice and bracing already. Really shoving her elbows down, pulling this into her. There you go, and stand up with this. Good. Take one step back and one step out on each side. Very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to brace. So for now, I want you to go ahead and tighten those glutes up and those quads up because I'm going to walk them through different points of your body, okay? So I like where it's placed on it. I like that hands are symmetrical. The elbows are really pulling that bar into you, okay? That's lighting up these lats. These lats are going to be the stabilizer muscle. Right now we are diaphragmatic breathing through the stomach or the diaphragm. Okay, now when we do come down, once she puts some load on here, we are going to set the brace, but we're not going to set it right now, okay? I'm just going to walk you down through it. Okay, so the feet are directly underneath the shoulders. I like that, and the toes are pointed straight. So now what I want you to do, athlete, is I want you to externally rotate your knees. So right now what she did is she just pressed her knees both her right leg a little more to the right, her left knee a little more to the left, but kept her heels planted or anchored into the ground. Very good job. So she created 100% tension right here. Okay, so now what I want you to do, Anthony, I want you to take that deep breath. I want you to set that brace by compressing those ribs down. Hold that breath. When you come down, hip hinge with your butt back and your knees out as far as you could go. Very good job. And come on up and then let out the air. Very good job. So what she just did is what I want her to do is make sure that all that load is on the posterior chain where it's not a quad development, it's all hamstrings on the way down. She's actually pulling herself into the hole, and with her knees being out, it's allowing her glutes to activate and get her glutes out of the hole. Okay? So what we want to do is the same thing. Now you're going to see me as a coach, I'm going to rotate on this side because I like to see different views. Okay? So right there, I like that. Give me a big chest, bigger chest. There you go. And come on, lock yourself in. Take that diaphragmatic breathing. Come on down, knees out, and come right back up. Good job. That looks solid, okay? So what I want is 3 in a row, athlete, but every time I want you to give me that bracing, okay? So once you're ready to rock and roll, and go. Good. And on that one, I actually saw the back and her oblique light up, and that's what protected the spine. And one more. Let's just give them one more. There we go. Very good job. And then what she's going to do is she's going to have her feet a little closer together. No, walk them in. Okay, good. And now what I want her to do is just walk this bar straight on, jamming them against the sand racks and coming down. Very good job. So this is the introduction to a barbell squat. Here you go. With my athlete. She performed it very well. She conquered the bracing. Very good. The anchoring of the feet. And really making sure she can pull herself down in the hole to get herself back up. Because what I always say is, hey, I don't care if I have 300-400 pounds on my back. If I just drop into that hole, I don't know if I can get my butt back up. But if I can pull myself up and drive myself out of the hole, I'm pretty sure I can. So this is Brandon with the barbell squat. Good job, athlete.